That's what I would imagine the story would be painted to legislators. So people in Parliament would have been told.
When were they doing that act, what do you think, in our observation, that what was the scenario they were thinking of in their head? Because if you were putting a power, there is a scenario or there's a situation, hypothetical situation they're thinking of.
Yes. So, well, I actually know a man that spoke to a member of Parliament who was there at the time in the Liberal Party, which the Liberal Party was in power when that act was passed. Well, their explanation was they were given this horrible picture of Ebola, people bleeding from the eyeballs. We need to do this thing. Now, I would imagine if I hadn't heard that from that sitting member, or I heard that second-hand information from a sitting member, that's what I would imagine the story would be painted to legislators. So people in Parliament would have been told, there's this thing that we need. We need to do this because here's some evidence. And I understand that fear-based reaction because humans act a lot from fear. And it went through. However, the observations of that sitting member were, what was strange about that particular bill is that it arrived on a silver platter. It wasn't developed by the normal process through the Parliamentary Committee. I don't know what they're called. There's some lawyers that draft legislation. And it just arrived ready-made. And what's interesting is that same legislation, in a very similar way, was brought in between 2015 and 2016 in every single state of Australia. So there's a national coordinated approach to have this, which is not unreasonable because emergency coordinators across all states need to coordinate. So it's not unreasonable. I do find it a little bit odd, though, that the powers there that are the same, and it's the same thing when questions are asked of legislators, why do you have this extreme power here? Oh, we'll never use it, don't worry about it. Now, that's what alarms me. It's like, well, why have a power that you're never going to use? Because COVID, 2021, 5 years later, they're using the powers. And I know for a fact they were considering using those powers.